31st August 1942. Spartanovka. The Fatherland's forces have made excellent progress towards Stalingrad. Our swift advance has caught the Soviets by surprise, an advantage we should capitalize on. So our forces can safely breach Stalingrad's walls without fear of attack from the rear. We've been tasked to secure the village of Spartanovka. But Ivan is not going to surrender this sorry pile of bricks without a fight, so we'll have to take it from him. First, take the church. Use the gullies for cover on the way in and watch for enemy fire coming from the windows. Then move to clear the first housing block. Remember, Russian soldiers love dirty, close-quarter fighting, so watch your backs going room to room. Next, clear the second housing block. Again, be careful and watch your flanks for stray enemy activity. Finally, once the other three objectives are secure, move to capture the town hall to the east. We think it'll be the most heavily defended enemy position, so make good use of the cover wherever possible. It's a simple mission. You'll still need to work fast. Remember your training, while the Bolsheviks are ill-prepared. Never underestimate their willingness to spend lives if it means spilling even just a drop of German blood. 5th September 1942. Western Stalingrad. As our High Command suspected, the Russian army is poorly prepared to face the full might of Germany's finest, and even now scurries deeper into the city. We've driven back the local Bolsheviks, and they marshal the remaining forces in the so-called Red Barracks. I have orders to clear the last of the resistance in the area. This will be a nighttime mission, so the moon is full, so you'll be able to see. Begin your assault by securing the warehouse. Be sure to clear the upstairs offices before moving on. Then eliminate all resistance in the political school to the south of the warehouse. It's a single-story structure, which should present few problems. Next, capture the infirmary. It's little more than a two-story ruin, but no doubt crawling with Russians, so be sure to use cover where possible. Your final objective is the administrative hall to the south of the infirmary. It's mostly intact, so watch those windows. The Luftwaffe has reduced the area to rubble, but proceed with caution. Poorly trained and ill-equipped though he is, at close quarters Ivan makes for a cunning foe who loves nothing more than to drive his rusty blade into honest German flesh. 15th September 1942. Stalingrad Central Station. We have been tasked with securing Stalingrad Central Railway Station. I won't lie, the Russians have fought hard to keep the place, but it's time to end this farce. The building itself has taken substantial bomb damage from the Luftwaffe, but be careful, as that just gives Ivan a bunch of rat holes to hide in. Some of the building is caved in, which may actually give us extra routes in, so keep your eyes open for opportunities. You'll approach the station from the north. Your first objective is to secure the rail yard. Be sure to clear any Soviet troops stationed inside damaged train cars. Once the platform is secure, move to take the station's north hall. It's a 3-story structure that suffered some bomb damage but is still more than capable of providing Ivan with lots of hiding places. Next, take the central hall to the south. It's little more than a 2-story ruin, but again, Ivan likes his rat hole, so stay alert. Finally, capture the south hall. We suspect this to house the largest concentration of Russian troops, so be especially wary here. And be sure to watch for enemies trying to flank you. Dismissed! 20th September 1942. Grain elevator. Southern Stalingrad is almost ours, but one last Bolshevik unit stubbornly occupies the district's grain factory. Our mission is to clear them out. The elevator itself is a brute of a building, solid concrete. The artillery have been hammering away at it for the last 24 hours, but it really isn't making an impression on it. Our armor can't get close as the Bolsheviks can simply shoot down on the tanks, so this is going to be one for the infantry alone. We'll approach from the west. First, secure the way station at the facility's main entrance. It's an open space, so find cover where you can. Once the area is secure, move to take the conveyor tower to the northeast. Its height will make it ideal for Russian snipers, so move quickly and again look for cover. Then head north and establish a foothold on the factory's grain elevator's ground floor. When the floor is ours, work your way up and capture the second floor south side. Finally, capture the structure's fourth floor. Beware, this is where resistance will most likely be strongest. The enemy are determined and relentless, but failure in this vital mission is not an option. Know that Germany's pride rests on your capable shoulders. 26 September 1942. Spartanovka. We took this stinking village 3 weeks ago, men, but our supporting units haven't managed to clear the Bolsheviks completely from the area. The enemy grouping by the river has actually broken out and is pushing this way. We only have minutes to get organized. We don't have the time to set up defense right through the village, so we're going to pull back and let the Bolsheviks come to us. That will buy us a few minutes to get the machine guns in place. Get a defensive line set up in the old church. It is a solid building with good fields of fire through the housing blocks to the town hall, where the Russians will be attacking from. I want men on the machine guns. Cut the Reds down before they get close if you can. If you dig in, you should be able to hold the church. If they break into the church, either push them out or, if all else fails, pull back to the gullies behind. We must not retreat any further than that. This Russian attack stops here. Get to your positions! Los!
Stalingrad is no longer a city. By day, it is a cloud of burning, blinding smoke. It is a vast furnace, lit by the reflection of the flames. When night arrives, one of those scorching, howling, bleeding nights, the dogs plunge into the Volga and swim desperately to the other bank. The nights of Stalingrad are a terror for them. Animals flee this hell. The hardest stones cannot bear it for long. Only men endure. From the diary of an unknown German soldier.
"6 October 1942. West of the tractor factory. We are on the approach to the factory district here. The overall plan is to squeeze the Reds into smaller and smaller spaces, probably in the factories themselves, then destroy them there. We have the right flank of the division and will lead the turn towards the tractor factory. So our task today, men, is to clear out the apartment blocks in front of us. Battalion believes that there is only a small Russian force holding the area, but they have the cover of substantial buildings that are reasonably intact, so be careful. The first step is to get across the gully and clear the blocks on the far side of the bridges. Look out for MG and sniper fire from the buildings around you, but keep pushing them. If the bridge is secure, rush for the propaganda house and take it. It has a basement, so remember that too. The Reds will be on the run, so push them through the so-called Potapova Park as quickly as you can. Use an MG or sniper to cover the open areas. Don't let them regroup. Finally, get into the general store building on the far side of the park. If they've lost everything else, expect them to dig in there. But get in there and finish them off. Good. Get to your start point, men. 7th October 1942. West of the tractor factory. Achtung, Männer, quickly. The Russians have got behind us. Damn gangster methods again. They're trying to do to us what we did to them yesterday and push us out of the block. This cannot happen. If they force us into the open ground beyond, we'll have no chance. The rest of the battalion will have to break through the Bolsheviks to join up with us. But that means we're on our own for now. But we've been in this situation before and won. Now we will do the same again. So, squad leaders, look to where you position your men. We can't afford heavy casualties, so be careful. They'll come in over that gully, so cover both bridges. Ideally, we can stop them before they break in. Rather than lose everyone, pull back to the propaganda house if you must. If you can't hold that, then fall back through the little park and all the way back to the general store building. But we must hold them somewhere in there, or we are finished. And we're not going to rot in some Bolshevik prison camp. Pick one of those objectives and hold it to the last round. We have to hold out. 14th October 1942, 9th of January Square. Our attacks through this part of the city have stalled. Mostly against these damned Russian strongpoints they have set up in the ruins. We are only 300 meters from the river, and the landing stage, bringing in their reinforcements. That is why this is so important to the enemy. Make no mistake, men, this will be a tough one. We aren't the first one to be thrown into this particular mess, so we'll do this right. Engineers, I want you to blow anything really stubborn to hell. I'm not losing the rest of the battalion for one damn house. So, listen carefully. We'll take it one piece at a time. Start with the ruined Voyentalk building and watch out for Bolsheviks high in the ruins. We take that, consolidate, then hit the next ruin. Sobolotny or some such Ruski name. Same danger above. MG and sharpshooter, cover high please. The rest of you, get in and blast anything that moves. Then we get to the piece everyone else has failed on. Pavlov's house. We need cover. MG and smoke to get across the street. Or just run like hell. We'll go in the west end and we have to clear it floor by floor. Work together. Cover each other. Once we've broken in at the west end, we'll work through the building to the east end and clear Herr Pavlov out of his damn nest. Alles klar? Good. Get to your positions and let's get this done. Good luck. 13th November 1942. Behind the Barricadi gun factory. Good morning, men. This attack is intended to clear the last Russian defenses before the river, so we can expect determined resistance. We have engineer and armored support, so let's make use of it. I want the armor to prioritize enemy infantry targets. Strong points holding up the infantry. Only take on enemy armor if you consider them a real threat to your support role, please. Stay on hand. Give the infantry cover and close support. First, Building 81 to clear the assault route. It's a small building, take it quickly, and don't get held up. Beyond that, we need to get into that commissar house, the north side first. Dub HE into it to cover the infantry's approach. Then destroy any Ivans you can see. The infantry will push through the building to take the south end. The armor needs to keep pace outside. If possible, push the armor ahead and prevent any further Russian reinforcements. But be very careful. You are at risk without infantry support. The last step is to clear the pharmacy building beyond. Use HE, smoke, machine guns. Whatever support you can give. The infantry have to take that damn building. Thank you, man. Get ready. 13th November 1942. Behind the Barricadi gun factory. A dump! Quickly, everyone! Hurry! The Russians are counterattacking already. Well, we were warned they wouldn't give up this area easily. We need to buy time to bring up the rest of the battalion. We have to hold the line with what little we have here, and you are it, men. All our gains to date rest on your determination, so don't let the deaths of your comrades be in vain. Take your sniper team and set up in the projection booth. You have a good field of fire from there. Scharfschütze, you're best used firing from the upper windows, while the rest of the team hold the ground level. You'll have to make every shot count on this one. Pick your targets carefully, but do it fast. Try to hold out in the booth. But if you're forced out, fall back to Building 81. It won't be a great defensive position, but that is all you have. Use the anti-tank rifle carefully if they throw in tanks. Look, the Bolsheviks want this place back, and they're not going to stop. You are all we have. Sorry, man, but this has to be done. We have no choice. Now get going. God go with you.
It slowly is getting colder here. Long-lasting rains, yes, even snow showers announce the coming season, the Russian winter. Will we experience it here? All this now adds to the difficulties of the battle. The losses in men and materials have risen so high that it simply cannot be imagined that the units that led the attack from the beginning are to remain in operations. Lieutenant Joachim Stempel, Panzergrenadier Regiment 103.
20th November 1942, northwest of Stalingrad. Listen carefully, all of you. The Soviets are attempting to break through the lines here at the airfield. Obviously, we have to stop them, or their armor will be all over our airfield and headquarters areas. They are attacking in strength, large number of T-34s expected. We can outgun them, but they have the numbers, so support each other. We will set up defensive lines, falling back only if we are in danger of being completely destroyed. but we must hold the station area. The first defensive line is the airfield. Get there quickly, and we can catch the enemy in open ground. If necessary, fall back to the ruined administration buildings and set up there. You can fall back further to the dispersal field if you have to, but do not give up either lightly. The final defensive position, which must be held at all costs to prevent a complete Russian breakthrough, is the area around Gumrak Station. If we have to retreat that far, then there is nowhere beyond that to go. The enemy has to be destroyed there. You all know your tasks. See you after the battle. 21st November 1942. Red October Factory. Good evening, men. This is one of the last Bolshevik strongholds, and we have been chosen to break it. The factory has been fought over for weeks and is ruined, so there's plenty of cover for the enemy. This will be a night attack, so the swine can't see us coming. I don't need to explain to you all how important this is. I know you're all tired, but we're close to the end now. If we can break them here, there really won't be much resistance left. We should catch them by surprise, take the sheet finishing hall quickly. The surprise won't last long. As we move forward to the forging area, we can expect the resistance to stiffen. If we're lucky, we may catch them all sleeping, but I doubt it. The calibration workshop is likely to be a harder job. We have to cross open ground to get to it, and the ruins inside will give the Reds plenty of cover. Use your grenades. Use smoke. If we can clear the workshop out, our final push is into the finished products warehouse. Again, open ground to cross to get there, so be careful. I expect cover fire from the MGs, smoke from the squad leaders to get your troops in there. Expect them to fight to the last man. The river's not far behind their warehouse, so they'll have nowhere left to run. Now, let's finish them all off, men!
The battle to take Stalingrad in the name of the fatherland has been a brutal one, but in truth, victory was always inevitable. The Bolsheviks fought hard against forces superior to theirs in almost every way, but despite their best efforts, most enemy units on the west bank of the Volga have been eliminated, and the German Sixth Army occupies most of the city. The last scraps of Soviet resistance cling hopelessly to a few key areas, but even these will soon crumble. We will not waste precious German lives needlessly in the final days of battle, so these stubborn Red Islands will be eliminated by small hand-picked units. I cannot help but feel that the hard work is finally behind us, that soon all of Stalingrad will be in German hands. There's every chance we will soon be able to return home, welcomed as heroes, back to the loving arms of our wives and children, and able to enjoy a warm Christmas. After months of bitter struggle, I can think of no better gift for the men.